For nearly 4 decades, Paul Anthony Johnson has been the quiet force behind the hum of the JIS Print Room. His story, like that of Vita McPherson, who has spent over 30 years shaping government news and public information, is one of resilience, humility, and devotion to Jamaica. Paul's journey began as a student at Charlie Smith High when the late Mrs. Hunter offered him a holiday job at the JIS. It wasn't a glamorous start, but it was the beginning of a story worth telling. Observing him from afar, one quiet workday we sat with Paul to learn more about his journey. Explaining how it all began, he shared how, for him, no task was ever too small. With one hand on a broom and one eye fixed on the print machines, Paul started building the foundation of what would become a lifelong career.
I received to know to Armani just to learn the press, just to learn, get involved in the printing era.
That eagerness caught the attention of his supervisor, and soon he was collating pages, folding carefully, and step by step becoming a professional bookbinder. Today, Paul introduces himself with quiet dignity.
My name is Paul Anthony Johnson. I work at JIS Print Room. My position is binder.
For Paul, the print room was never just a job. It was a place of growth, shaping not only his career, but his character.
I learned from people inside JIS. I learned how to humble. I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to conduct myself. I learned how to speak properly.
He also had to learn patience to get through tasks like the one where he had to produce 5,000 civil service award books in a single day.
At the time, it was 5 of us in the print shop, and it was not an easy chart.
Life outside of work was no less demanding, as he recalls walking many times when he had no bus fare or other means of getting to work.
It was a rough road, very rough, and I remember, and mercy I got climb through, and I pray for God to give me the strength and the courage, and God is so good to me.
After decades on the job, Paul learned he would receive the badge of honor for long and faithful service, an award and a moment that overwhelmed him.
I go into the bathroom and I cry. I say, thank you, Jesus, because if it wasn't God, I would be here. Like I said, the road was rough, and I thank God to receive that award.
While Paul kept the print room running, Vita McPherson was quietly shaping how government messages reached the public. She joined the JIS in 1991 as a clerk in the regional department, sorting through reports and correspondence from parish offices across Jamaica.
They would send in their information with the reports and get stores equipment for them when they come in. While in that department, accounts was nearby, so Miss Goodall, Marcia Goodall, I think she was the director for admin and finance, saw me on the computer all the time, and she asked me if I want to go upstairs and learn something else. I said yes, so I came upstairs and went to publications, started doing typesetting, do a lot of books. As the Prime Minister speaks, there was a book out. We did funeral programs.
As JIS evolved, so did she, moving from regional to publication and research, and now into public relations and marketing.
Still doing the placement of the ads for various ministries, print, electronic, billboards, the works. It's a good experience working at the JIS. You know, you have good and bad days, but you move on and you learn.
Among the many memories, a few stand out, one of which was the night former Prime Minister of Jamaica, P.J. Patterson, visited her department.
We were here doing, I think, the program for Michael Manley, and then we just hear somebody, the CEO at the time, said, gear up. The Prime Minister he was coming to sign off on the stuff that was like after 10, 11 the night. And he came, it was Mr. Patterson. And he came and he had to come in and all of that. A little excitement and, you know, Yeah, that was good.
Through it all, Vita carried lessons she now passes on: patience, adaptability, and putting the organization first.
Just to be yourself. If you're here to do a particular job, try to do it at all times, the best of your ability. Always put in the entity first, because it's brand JIS, so you have to, in all aspects, you have to do your best, because it's not an individual person, it's the organization.
And that's why she was stunned when her own name appeared on the honors and awards list.
Well, you know, we're PR marketing, so I am the one that the information came to place. I didn't know my name was on there. Is a team member working on it, and she said, "Is your name that?" I say, "Where?" She said, "On the list." I say, "I haven't looked at the list, but may look." So I didn't have any feelings until the day of the publication. Soaking it in. I'm soaking it in.
Humble, steady, and devoted, Vita prefers the background, yet her impact is clearly remembered as a team player who embraced challenges and always delivered with quiet strength. 2 lives, 2 journeys, one in the printry, the other in public information. Different paths, but one shared mission: to serve the people of Jamaica with dignity, dedication, and heart.